decimals into fractions. Now, when we are working with decimals, what are some mathematical functions that we use in everyday life that have a decimal in it? Think of like
buying food.
Money, buying food. What else?
Grocery shopping.
Cutting stuff in half.
Cutting things in half, right?
Wouldn't that be fractions?
Fractions.
Yes.
Fractions.
Yes.
Okay. What else? What do you do when you're sick?
Take a temperature.
Temperature, is that measured in decimals?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. What else?
Gallons.
Okay.
Volume.
Volume could be measured in decimals.
Gas.
Gas could be measured in decimals. Yes. Perfect. What about measurements? When you're using measurements, do you use fractions or decimals?
We use fractions most time.
Most of the time. What do you mean by that?
If you're weird and use the metric system, you use the decimals.
Okay. Yeah. So can you convert your decimals into fractions when measuring?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how are we going to do that. If we look here, this here is our decimal spot. This is our one spot. That is also known as a whole spot. Okay. A whole number, exactly. If we get into our tenths, that is 1/10, and our hundredths is 1/100. Why would we go into the hundredths if we're doing two decimals past our whole number?
Because we might not have a tenth.
10. When we're working with money, do we go into thousands?
No.
No, we don't. We only go into the two decimal spots past our whole number, right? So, say I give you a number, you have 8/37, okay? We need to turn that into a fraction. Now this chart right here gives you the identifier. If it is in this spot, it's over 10. If it's in the hundredths, our 10th spot is in over 10, 1/10. Hundredths is 1/100. So, if I have a 1 spot of 8, where would I put that in a fraction? Right there. Good job. We put it in the whole spot. That is our whole number. Now, what about our tenths? Our decimal place. We don't have a decimal in our fraction. But now we're going to put our 37 into fraction form.
Right there.
So 37 is going to go on top. Perfect. What is this top part called? Numerator. Good job.
Numerator.
And then that's the denominator.
Yes, the denominator. Perfect. That was my next
And then you
question.
do the 100 there.
100 there. Why would we put 100 there, Riley?
Because it goes to hundreds and it takes 100 hundredths to get to a whole.
Perfect.
And it takes 10 tens to get to a whole.
Perfect. So when we're looking at this chart, our hundredths is identified, right? Our last digit is in our hundredths. So our digit of 37 is going to go on top of our 100ths. Now, when we look at this, are we done?
No.
No? Can we reduce?
Yeah.
We can?
Probably.
I don't think we can. Is 37 odd or even or prime?
No, you can't reduce it.
It's odd, so we can't reduce it. Now, if we were reducing, we're not today, but if we were reducing, you could. Okay, what about this? Let me give you another number. Let's erase this real quick. I'm going to give you 3.9.
3 would go here, and then 9.
Okay, so 3 is our whole number, so 3 would go in the whole number spot of our fraction.
Alright, 9 would go here over 10.
9/10, perfect. Why would we have 9/10?
Because there's only
a tenth and nothing in the hundreds.
Yes.
Perfect. It only goes up to the tenths, right? So we would put 9/10 in our second fraction spot. Perfect. Now if I add a 0 here, now
You just keep the same.
keep it the same?
Yeah.
Are you sure? What about our denominator? Does our denominator now change?
Nope. Because it would still be the same thing.
It's a 0.
Yes, absolutely. Good job.